A while ago I made these 3D printed modular signs as I wanted my kids to have them as bedside lights. It's driven by a microcontroller, an optional encoder and a RGB LED strip. With the encoder you can dim the light and select various modes. I also share them on printables to allow you to make your own custom signs with no need for CAD software. My previous video guides you through the build process quite detailed. However, I do have some updates and tricks I want to share with you. And that's what this video is all about. You find links to the updated versions in the video description. So first of all, I made a new font, the good old Arial Black. It's a more classic plain and clean font than the Subway font. You might also spot another difference. The Nusa sign here is printed in one piece by using a neat slicer trick. And by the way, Nusa is just another awesome young Norwegian football player. So, at one point I realized that the slicer actually are capable to merge objects, and I wanted to have a go on the signs. However, it turned out to be a struggle to align the boxes properly. I had to fine-tune the position parameters to fully align, and it was quite time-consuming. When you import an object to the slicer, it's placed in the center of the build plate. As my first and last object in the signs differs in size from the others, their center point also differs, so they don't align when imported. So, to fool the slicer, I added some really thin pieces to the boxes to make them align, and it worked out great. They are so thin that they are ignored in the slicing process. Now, it's very important to not use your mouse to move the objects around, only use the keyboard arrows to move. By using the arrows only, the object moves around by fixed 10 mm, and if you hold shift at the same time, it moves 1 mm. This makes it very easy to align the objects, and once done, you merge them into one piece. And now you just flip it and slice it, and it's ready for printing. Of course, the size depends on your printer bed size, but nothing prevents you to do combinations and snap them together. It's of course still possible to print all as single objects and build afterwards as before. The merge process works also in Bambu Studio. Just note that you need to have all objects on the build plate to merge. I had to align and merge the Bottas sign outside build plate first, as I had to angle it to fit the plate. You may also merge the rear covers in the same manner. Just be aware that you need to rotate the last dumb end covers. On the previous version I got several comments from Bambu Lab owners that the V-groove did not fit. For some reason it fits when printed on Prusa and not when printed on a Bambu. So the new versions have an updated locking tab that hopefully works fine on all printers out there. And by the way, if printing on a Bambu, I recommend to change wall generator from Classic to Arachne to get a cleaner surface. I guess some of you would like to have a special logo or symbol, or even another font. So I want to show you how to do that. I'm using Fusion 360, but I assume it's quite similar to other CAD programs. Before diving in, I need to explain how I organized all these objects to not go completely nuts when having to handle changes that apply to all objects. It's all based on box templates, so all characters and symbols becomes instances of this template. If any changes is required to the box itself, I simply change the template, and it's propagated to all characters using that template. In addition, the template consists of different bodies that dictates what kind of box I want. By showing and hiding these bodies, I define if it's a smart box with encoder, without encoder, or just a regular dumb box. When exporting the STL for printing, only visible bodies are included. Okay, so let's make a new box. Download the box template from Printables. Upload the file into Fusion and drag the template into your current design. To change the template, I break the link. Body names are not exported from Fusion, so let's name them again to encoder, smart no encoder, not smart main, smart encoder, and no encoder. The template is ready for use. Let's make a new box with a star symbol. First off, we need to create a new component. Now copy the template into the star component. Make sure to use paste and not paste new. This way it will inherit from the template. Create the front plate, make it 1.5 mm thick. Let's find and download a star at SVG repo to use for our new box. Insert SVG star, scale it and position it, and by extraction we cut out the star in the front plate. That's it, the box is ready. To make a regular box, you select the main, not smart and no encoder bodies. To make a smart box with encoder, you select main, smart encoder and encoder bodies. And then to make a smart box without encoder, you select main, smart no encoder and no encoder bodies. Then we need to make the transparent fill. Start off by making a new component, name it Star Fill. Create a 2 mm thick base. Now extract 1.5 mm on the front face. Do a combine and select the fill as target body. Select the box as tool body and cut operation. Check the Keep Tools checkbox and execute. This will cut out the star shape into the fill. Now you decide if you want to stay flush or if you extract it further. In the first version, I actually made all the fills hollow to diffuse the light. That was a very time-consuming process, so I now do them solid. To get the proper diffusion, I rather increase the number of top layers when slicing them, as described in printables. Making a new character box is pretty much the same procedure, so I'll put on some music to keep you engaged. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope your signs will shine.